So I already did my brows and I primed my face off camera because my brows take forever for me to finish them. And to prime my face, I used the NYX Angel Veil primer. And for my brows, I used my Anastasia Dip Brow in chocolate. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Dior Nude foundation. And this is what the foundation looks like. This retails for $50, I think, or $53, something like that. And it says, the perfect freshness, weightless feel, and correction in an ultra-fluid foundation enriched with a hyper-oxygenated plant-based oil. The nude effect is flawless and the skin breathes more beautiful than ever. So this is a very light foundation. It's very runny, very watery. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to my skin. Put some on the back of my hand so y'all can see how watery it is. Well, actually no, because that's gonna be really messy. I'm gonna take some on my brush and then apply it on my skin, on my face. Oh god. And I think this shade, it might be a little too light or too yellow for me, but I'll make it work. And I just like to dot it all over my face first and then just blend it in. It smells really good. It smells kind of like, oh shit, like baby powder. Sorry, I spilled it on the table. And you can see how it's starting to like drip because it's so liquidy. I'm gonna put some down my neck too. Put some in between my brows. And then my nose. Oh god. Oh girl. My brows came out kind of fierce today. I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. It's a little bit dirty. I have to wash it. So I just swirl it on my leg a little bit. Basically it looks like this, really fluffy. So I'm just gonna start like stippling it on my skin. And this is also light coverage, but I feel like you can build it up a little bit. Like for me, since I don't really have any like problematic skin or have a lot of dark spots or anything on my skin, like it looks good. Like I don't need to build up the coverage, basically. But if you do have problematic skin, then you might want to build up the coverage. I don't know, it just depends on your preference on coverage. I think I'm gonna do the other half with my Real Techniques beauty sponge. Okay, this is also dirty. Please, I know I need to wash my stuff. And I like to use my sponges dry because I feel like whenever they're dry, they give me a little bit more coverage than when they're damp. So yeah, and it looks a little bit sheer with the sponge. One thing I do have on my skin is a lot of redness. So like I was saying, I do have a lot of redness on my skin, especially like on my cheek area my nose and sometimes on my chin. So whenever I get a foundation, I look for something that's going to cover my redness up a little bit. I'm going to try to blend this out without messing up my eyebrow. And this foundation doesn't really dry up too quick. Like, when you're working with it, like, it doesn't dry up really quick as to probably like a matte foundation would. I think I look really light in camera. So the only part I have left to blend out is my nose area. So I'm gonna try to blend it out a little bit with my brush. And I like to get it kind of in there. Because I've noticed sometimes whenever I don't push it in to my nostrils a little bit, I have like a line right here and it looks really stupid. Okay. And I always like to do my nose with a sponge because when I use a brush, it leaves it kind of streaky. And so I just rather use a sponge. Okay, so it actually is pretty matte. Like it doesn't, well, on my skin it doesn't have any radiance to it. It doesn't have any radiance. I mean, it looks like my skin basically, just better. Yeah, so it looks like my skin. It's, I think compared to my neck, it's a little bit light. But I guess I can make it work with like bronzer and all of that. I'm gonna put some chapstick on my lips. I usually use my Elizabeth Arden lip conditioner, but I don't know where it's at and I didn't feel like looking for it. So I'm just using my Nivea A Kiss of Smoothness Hydrating Lip Care with SPF 15 in it. I like it. It feels good. It does what it's supposed to do. Okay, so now we're going to see how this works with concealer. I actually feel like I need a little bit more on my cheeks. And this does have like a dropper applicator. So it doesn't have a pump, or it's not just like you pour out of the tube. It's a dropper. So I like droppers. They're alright. They're less messy than when there's no pump at all. You can say, I guess. So I'm not really, this is my first time using the Angel primer, and I don't really like it. It's stuck to all my dry spots. I don't know. My skin is very dry right now, like it's going through a tough time. Okay, so I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Light, number 10. So I'm just going to put this under my eyes and on the bridge of the nose. I used to put it on my forehead and on my chin, but I mean, I didn't really notice anything whenever I did that, so I was like, whatever. I also use this as an eyeshadow primer. Mistletoe. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my sponge again. And I like to blend it down. I love this concealer. Like, I use this concealer every time I do my makeup because I just like it a lot. Okay, so that looks really nice with concealer on. Like, there's some foundations that tend to come off once you blend your concealer in, but this one didn't. It stayed in place. Okay, that looks good. Now my nose. On my nose area is when it usually tends to come off a lot. So let's see. See what happens. Oh, didn't come off. Okay, so to set my concealer, I'm gonna use my Airspun powder. And I'm gonna use another little sponge. Oh, I'm running out of this powder. Okay, so I like to go back and make sure I have no creases. And I am going to bake my under eyes, and set the top with the powder as well. This sponge doesn't apply the powder really heavily. Like, I have another one and it applies my powder so heavily under my eyes. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I think it's funny how different sponges apply things so differently. Okay, and my nose. Okay. So to set my face, my entire face, I'm gonna use my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder in 235 Pure Beige, and I'm gonna use my Real Techniques buffing brush. My powder is all shattered, so that sucks. I swear I love this powder so much. I feel like it does fill in my pores a lot, because I have huge pores. Especially on the cheek area. And my nose is ridiculous. And I like to go real heavy with my face powder, because I have an oily skin. I have oily skin, and I feel like this works really well for me. Okay, now that I've done, that I've put on all my powders, I'm going to take my New York City Showtime Lash and Brow Clear Mascara, which just looks like this. Mine's brown because I just like whenever I put it on my brows, some of the product gets on the little spoolie, and then I'm putting it back in here, so that makes the brow gel kind of brownish grayish. I don't really like, I mean, I like this brand, but the one I really do like that actually does like make my hairs feel like I put hairspray on them, it's the e.l.f. one. That one is good. Okay, so one thing that I've been doing lately is I've been letting my foundation set, and then I've just like gone straight to my eyes. So today that is what I'm gonna do. I wish I had something to clean this up. Okay. So I think today I'm gonna be recreating one of my looks that I have uploaded on my social media, and I've gotten a lot of requests for it, so let me go ahead and show it to y'all. And it's this one right here, where I do like the pink liner and some glitter. Okay, so the eyeliner that I used on this eyeshadow look is actually a liquid lip, and this is the Milani Amore Matte Lip Cream in Adorable, which is basically this one. It's a very pale nude kind of lip. Let me swatch it here for you. Looks like this. So it dries like lighter than what it shows over here, but I'm gonna apply this with an angled brush, which mine is a little bit dirty right now because I've used it a lot, and this is very little, like it's very precise, very skinny. So I'm gonna put this on the back of my hand. Now I'm gonna put some glitter on my eyelid. And I'm gonna use a glitter eyeliner. It's like gold glitter. This is from the brand RK Kiss Eye Bling Liquid Eyeliner. And this is in the shade Glitz and Gold, which basically looks like these. So I'm gonna just apply it like right here. I'm gonna apply it wherever I applied that the lighter shade. Okay, for mascara, I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to use while this dries. For mascara, I'm going to be using my Diorskin mascara. And this is not the waterproof one. And that's one thing I don't like about this one. It's not waterproof. I need to get the waterproof one. Because whenever my eyes do water, like, this shit runs, like, it smears all over my eyes. And I don't like that. Come on. Okay, so I'm going to apply my mascara now. Oh, God. No, it was not dry. Ugh. I got foundation all over my hairline. Okay, anyways. I'm just go ahead and apply my mascara. Oh, man. Okay. Now my bottom lashes. Okay. So for eyelashes, I will be using the Broadway Eyes in number 415. And they look like this. And for the glue, I'm going to be using the Eyelure Lash Fix Clear Finish Strip Lash Adhesive, which looks like this. I like the Duo eyelash glue better, but I haven't had a chance to buy it, so I haven't bought it. So when you peel off your lashes, you want to be very careful because you can rip them, and I don't think anybody wants to rip their brand new eyelashes, especially if they have the thin, like the invisible band. Okay, so while my lashes dry with the glue, I'm gonna bronze and contour my face. So to bronze, I'm gonna take my Rimmel London Sun Bronze in shade 22, and I'm gonna use my Real Techniques contour brush. Yeah, which just looks like this. And I like this bronzer because it's very soft, it's very subtle, it's not like too strong, too dark, I mean. When I bronze, I like to have my mirror far away. So I like to use my bronzer kind of as blush as well. So I kind of bring it all the way out to my cheeks. And then I'm gonna bronze my temples. A little bit on the forehead. And like I said, this bronzer isn't like too strong, like it's not super bronzy, so. It's hard to mess up with this bronzer. I like to bring it down my neck a little bit. Okay, and then I'm gonna apply some to my nose as a nose contour. So I just pinch my brush and then, oops, oh god. Didn't notice I was scraping it with my nail. And apply it to my nose very lightly. And again, I don't like to press my brush really hard because it like, it rubs my foundation off. Okay. There we go. Okay, and then to contour, I'm going to use my Milani Multitasking Powder in Chestnut, which looks like this. Now with this one, it's extremely easy to mess up, so I like to start off lightly. But since I've been having this powder for the longest, and like I already know how it is, so I know how to work with it. Oops, I kind of made this one too low. And then I like to go on my nose again, down here, up here a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna do my lashes now because they're drying up really quick. Okay, so I'm gonna try to apply these as close as possible to my lash line. Oh god, no. And then I'm gonna press them together. Ooh, ha. So same thing with the other lashes. Put them as close as possible to my lash line. Okay, so now I'm gonna clean up my contour with my same sponge. So that one I feel like I did it too low, so I went a little bit high. Okay, so I'm gonna take my contour palette from I Love Makeup, from LA Colors I mean. And I'm gonna use these two shades together, the yellow one and the pink one. I'm gonna take a very small flat brush like this. And I'm gonna put that down the center of my nose. Just to make it look brighter. Like that. Now for highlights. Sorry, I know I'm all over the place right now. I'm gonna take my angled brush, a fluffy one. I don't use a fan brush, I don't know. But fan brushes work the same. And then this is my Wet n Wild to Reflect Shimmer palette in Boozy Brunch. And I'm just gonna apply that on the apples of my cheek, on my cheekbone I mean. And a little bit up here. Oh yes, honey. Now the other one. Okay. Now for my nose highlight, I'm gonna use the Real Techniques pointed foundation brush, which looks like this. And I'm just gonna highlight my nose, the tip of my nose, and the bridge of my nose, but mostly the tip. And my Cupid's bow. There's a bug on my light. Okay, and then I'm gonna do my brow bone. Alright. So this is what the Wet n Wild highlight looks like. I'm already hitting pan. I don't know if you can see the little squares on there. But I love this highlight. It has lasted me forever, seriously. Okay, and then just to add a little bit more bling on my cheeks, I'm going to take my e.l.f. illuminating palette. Oh, God. Sorry. And I'm going to mix the pink shade with the other shade. I don't know what shade that is. And I'm just going to make a little bit, you know, brighter. Okay. Now the last thing I am going to
Mama, that's not cute on the video. I'm sorry.
It's not gonna be on the video.
I'm just saying.
Okay, well, say all you want. It's not gonna be on the video. Oh. So what time did I record this? I think it was like 11. Okay. You left your coils here. It's because you make me shy.
Entonces ya me voy. Así me acabas de acabar.
Okay. Alright. Alright, so it's been like 8 hours since I put my foundation on. Didn't really do anything, but it was really hot today. So right now it is 8:18, and I believe I put on my foundation like around 12. So you can see I'm not lying. 8:18. Put my foundation like around 12, and I only blotted one time, and right now it looks like kind of, I don't know, I guess cakey. Like I have my smile lines right here, like right here, it's all up in my lines. Let's see if I can zoom in. Like right here, my lines, it's creased right here, under my nose, like right here. My forehead looks good, but like my cheeks, they're pretty oily. Like I can feel, it feels sticky. Okay, so my overall review about this foundation is I like it. If I wouldn't wear it for an event, I would wear something that's more long lasting and that's matte because I have oily skin. This is more for like a errands type of day, no makeup look, but I just wanted to try it with a full face of makeup. My contour still on, highlight, concealer, it's pretty matte. So yeah, I really like this foundation. I would wear it again, just because I like it. I'm really ready to take it all off though, like I'm just tired. So I hope y'all enjoyed this review. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and comment on my video for any more suggestions that y'all have, or if you want me to create a certain look. I hope you all have a great rest of the day or night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.